All right, breaking inputs coming in from Karnataka, where in a huge embarrassment for the Karnataka government, the checks given to the relatives of COVID-19 victims have bounced, leaving the families in the lurch. It's apparently a cruel joke on them. The kin of COVID-19 victims from below poverty line families in Yadgir district of North Karnataka have complained that 1 lakh rupee checks have bounced, and the banks have been providing several excuses for this development. As per the families, MLA Raju Gowda handed them the checks in December last year. All right, so this is the latest as far as Karnataka is concerned. So in a huge embarrassment for the state government, the checks that were given to the relatives of COVID-19 victims have apparently bounced, and these are the relatives of COVID-19 victims from below poverty line families in Yadgir district of North Karnataka. And these people have complained that the 1 lakh rupee checks that were handed to them by the government have bounced, and now the banks are giving them excuses for the check bounce. These checks were handed over to them in the month of December last year. For more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Neha on the broadcast. Neha, thank you for joining us. On the one hand, the pain of losing a loved one due to COVID was not enough, and now a cruel joke by the government that the checks that were given to these people have bounced.
Well, that's absolutely right. Right, Archana, really most unfortunate that, Karnataka government that had, of course, promised a compensation of about 1 lakh rupees to the kin of all of those who lost, the soul or the breadwinner to COVID-19. Here we're seeing how in Yadgir district of Karnataka, it's not just one family, but several families who've actually deposited their checks to the bank over here, are having to be faced with this horrific embarrassment wherein, the checks have bounced. Let's tell you that, we did, of course, speak to a few families, and all of them said that they've run from pillar to post, visiting multiple, in fact, district authorities, really questioning as to what happened and why the amount isn't being credited. But they were all, in fact, just turned away, saying that there wasn't any money in the account. So we'll really have to hope that the Karnataka government and rectifies this, because this is not only a huge embarrassment, for the government, but quite a huge disappointment also for these families who are possibly, going to be relying on this 1 lakh.
All right, thank you, Neha, for getting us those updates.